Yeah, guys, that's going to happen. And the impact of that is tremendous. You know who's scared of that? Every company. Because now, they're not going to be able to, jab you at your emotions or at your convenience. You're going to say what you want to accomplish, and it's going to be able to help you. Everything is going to get smarter. Your refrigerator is going to be RFID'd or NFC'd out, and literally is going to know your habits. You keep putting Natty Ice in there, it knows that you like Natty Ice, and guess what your fridge is going to do when it has 1 can left there? It's going to order that 30-pack of Natty Ice for you. When you're down to 2 orange juices, it's going to reorder that Tropicana. When you're down to 1 last Pepsi, it's going to reorder that for you. You know who's scared of that? Whole Foods, Wegmans, Walmart, Albertsons. Because guess what? They're getting cut out. See, what nobody really is talking about, and especially for as young as you guys are, if you're going to want to make business around this, the middleman's in trouble. Anybody in the middle is in real trouble long term, because if you play this little chess game out, the middle doesn't need to exist if the brand can go direct to consumer. You're talking about Nike right now. Nike can talk to you. It's right there. If the platform, see, Nike has been spending lots of money. Pepsi has been spending lots of money to get to you through platforms you like. You watch football? Good, we'll spend money there to get to you. What happens when they can get to you directly because your eyeballs aren't in the same places? The live sports is going to be the one that holds on for the most. They're going to be able to get to you. And as a matter of fact, check this out. It is actually more economical. It is a better business decision for Nike to send you guys sneakers in the mail directly for free than to advertise and hope to convert you. Because when you look at the conversion numbers, the costs are so expensive to actually convert you that if you say, like, rocking my new Air Force Ones, it's better for them to document you and then send you shit to keep you a customer. This is what I call the free shipping rule. Let me explain. In 1997, 98, 99, when I launched WineLibrary.com, I did free shipping on any order one day. People bought wine that day like they thought the cure was inside of these fucking bottles. I mean, it was insane. I was packing orders for 4 days, round clock, 2 in the morning, packing orders, 3 in the morning. It was insanity. Free shipping in 97, 98 didn't exist online. It was a new thing. People completely lost their mind. Some guy buys 14 cases of wine, and in the note says, Wine Library, thank you so much for doing this. I bought this wine for my daughter's wedding. Me living in the thank you economy back then, pick up the phone and call him and say, hey, Jim, where's the wedding? I'd like to send a nice bottle of champagne for you and your daughter to share on your wedding. This is a great order. Thank you so much. He said, oh, no, Gary. My daughter is 12. I said, what? Yeah, he said, my daughter's 12 years old, but this deal is so sick, I'm buying this wine and putting it in the basement. I'm going to wait for her to get fucking married. Now, all of you are so spoiled, you don't buy any shit unless it's free shipping. You're all Amazon primed out. You don't even accept it. What happens is we get used to things real fast. You know how frustrating it is for me when I'm walking through and I hear somebody like, oh, fuck, the internet's out. Why is this not working? I'm like, you're fucking standing in the middle of a field, you asshole. This is amazing technology. Don't be a dick. You know, like, we get used to stuff so fast. So fast. I mean, it is unbelievable the technology that has happened and how fast it's happening, and it's changing everything. Every person in this room will get sick and tired of getting free shit in the mail. You are all going to realize over the course of the next half decade that businesses are listening. So you're going to start tweeting and Facebooking and whatever else is out there more and more about the things you do. You're going to be checking in. How many people here have Foursquare? Raise your hand. How many people are using it? Very few. Good. Let's talk about that. When Foursquare launched 3 years ago, I was at South by Southwest at the conference, and somebody came up to me. He's like, Gary, are you going to use Foursquare? I'm like, I'm not sure, but I think people will. He's like, well, you know, why would I do that? I'll just Twitter out that I'm at the bar. I'm like, let me ask you a question, Johnny. I said, Johnny, tonight when we go to the bar, and, you know, after the keynotes, when we go to the bar, if you checked in and they gave you a free shot of Jack Daniels, what would you do? He said, I'll fucking check in. We're about to live through the beginning of gaming on top of our actual society. We're going to be gamed. You are going to check in because you want free stuff. I promise you, for the ones that are 21 and older now, that when you go to the local store, if you check in and it's $1 less on your 6-pack, your ass is fucking checking in. And that's on and on and on. I actually think it's going to get so hardcore that states and governments are going to game mechanic us. It is in New York's best interest for me to go to the Statue of Liberty and go to the Finger Lakes and go to Long Island and get me to move around and support the local businesses, so that if I can prove that I was in all 9 places and then submit it to the state, they might give me a $1,000 tax refund because it's probably worth $1,200 to them. This is all going to start happening. And as you guys get savvy and as the market shifts, as this starts happening and you start realizing it, you're going to start saying things on Twitter. You're going to start saying shit like, going on a ski trip. And then skis are going to show up and you're going to be like, holy shit. Then you're going to be like, going to Miami. And then suntan lotion and bikinis are going to show up. And you're going to start playing that game hardcore. But here's what's going to happen. For a little window, you're going to crush. As a matter of fact, if you want to come after this talk, I'll teach you how to live for free and live like a pimp just using that. But what's going to happen is that businesses are going to become aware of this and the market's going to change. And believe this, you're going to start getting sick and tired of it. Because when you say going on a ski trip the first time and somebody sends you skis and that was awesome, when you say, you know, going to this place on the weekend and every company of every thought that you ever thought is hitting you up on that subject matter, you're going to get inundated. Your actual mailbox, your actual physical mailbox will start looking like your inbox. You'll be getting spammed by companies pounding you to try stuff, to sample it, because it is a more cost-effective way. It's better for them to send it to you knowing that you like to ski than buying a $50,000 ad in Ski Magazine and hoping you might see it on page 84 and maybe you will then check out their shit. The world is changing fast. Our eyeballs are shifting. Television is going to be massively disrupted. When Apple comes out with its actual television and your iPad or iPhone is your remote control, you're never going to go to the networks. You're just going to use search. When I get home, I wish I could roll into my house, take out my iPhone, type in New York Jets, and get like 6 things on the screen. I don't care if it's ESPN or some dudes drinking beer in Hofstra, Long Island talking about it. The content is what I care about. And their ability to go to a platform like that for free instead of spending millions of dollars and getting picked up. Guys, the gatekeepers are dead. Gatekeepers are dead. The editors of magazines and the people that do production for television, they're done. You can go direct to consumer. In 2006, when I decided I wanted to go to consumer, I started Wine Library TV, I started a YouTube channel. It was me sitting in front of a table for 30 minutes a day, drinking 4 bottles of wine. And somehow hundreds of thousands of people a day were watching it. Now I get it, I'm massively good looking and super charismatic, but that wouldn't have been possible in 2000 or 1998. And what's fun is when I come here, you know, it's really interesting. Most tech people, most business people, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, think that when I asked my questions about Foursquare and Tumblr and stuff like that most of you would have raised your hands. I'm aware, because I look at data, that most of you are pretty much one platform players. How many people here are on Facebook? Raise your hands. Everybody, for the most part, right? How many of you are actively using Twitter? Raise your hand. Not bad, but that's 50%. Foursquare one more time? Right, 4%. So, you know, there's a lot happening, but it's still a Facebook game. That's the platform for now. As people get older, they tend to like move into some of the other things, especially as it affects them and helps them business-wise. But I love the cultural shifts we're living through. Remember 24 months ago when the whole conversation was like, probably most of you got this talk, like, don't put up those bikini or beer pong pictures because you won't get a job. You know, that was like the conversation about social media 24 months ago. I only hire people that have bikini and beer pong pictures on their Facebook account. Like, it's unbelievable to me that people actually think those are the things that are important. We're putting out things, we're sharing things, and we're going to complain about it. We're not going to complain about it. Here's a funny thing. You ready for this one? I don't think anybody gives a shit about privacy.